Remind your enemies who you belong to. The mirror looks friendly, but remind it too. If blood has been shed to buy you, it is not unthinkable that limbs be cut off when they try to steal you, even if they're yours, especially if they're yours. For it is better to keep your heart, to hold steadfast to the purity of your new home, without a hand or without an eye, than it is to be robbed of light, of everlasting peace and joy. To watch your whole body be sent to the coppery fire home to those who've forgotten the blood, the pain, and the sacrifice that it cost to conquer them out of slavery. Remind your soul not to die, and tell your body that even in death you are still victorious. Because death will try to sneak its way back into your bed, like a long-lost lover, so sure it belongs in your covers. And at this point, remind your enemy who you belong to. Let it know that you've resurrected, that the you it met is not the you that lives. And through all the sweet talking, do not allow nostalgia to lead you back into a grave. For death will come in many faces, each friendlier than the last. It will claim your own voice and strip you of your identity. Suddenly, you are both lying in a darkness you'd escaped. Suddenly, love is a different four-letter word. Suddenly, you've forgotten the nails and thorns, and you are only as alive as those pretty plucked roses, and the soft rain that sang you to sleep, that carried you into that wooden boat that reminded you of peace, could very well be a storm that drowns all of your tomorrows, that keeps you suffocating in the sea of past sins meant to be forgotten. But even though chaos tries a rebirth, there has always been light from the beginning. And if even the sun has not yet fallen, remember you too were spoken into existence, breathed into life and bought out of death. Remember there will always be a rainbow after each storm, and glorious light after each evening. And the same word that keeps all this majesty in place has called you alive and whole. So remind your enemies, remind your heart. Say it to the mirror or say it to your pillows. Remind your enemies that you belong to life, and life was made for living.